wine glass shattered. Red wine spread across the white tablecloth. My sister Isabella stared at me like I'd just destroyed her entire world. Maybe I had. See, Isabella spent 13 years telling everyone I was a failure. Tonight, she was about to find out the truth. I'm Rachel Winters, 42 years old. And I've been keeping a secret from my family for a very long time. Isabella is 3 years older than me. Always the golden child. Perfect grades, debate captain, full ride to Georgetown. I was the quiet one. The disappointment. She married her college boyfriend right after graduation. Big wedding, corporate attorney husband, McMansion. Her life looked perfect on Instagram. I went to law school. Not Georgetown though. Isabella said I'd embarrass her there. So I went to a state school, took out loans, worked nights as a paralegal. Isabella told everyone I couldn't hack it at a real school. After graduation, I clerked for a district court judge. Isabella laughed in my face. A clerk? That's basically a secretary, Rachel. What she didn't know was that my judge was Henry Carmichael. The same Henry Carmichael who became Attorney General 5 years later. I never corrected her. I learned early that Isabella needed to win. Fighting her only made things worse. After my clerkship, I became a federal prosecutor. Won a lot of cases. Isabella told people I was doing okay for a government employee. Then something happened that changed everything. But I didn't tell my family. For 13 years, I let them believe what they wanted to believe. Isabella thought I lived in a sad apartment. I owned a renovated townhouse in Old Town Alexandria. $1.8 million. Paid cash. She thought I drove an embarrassing Camry. Never knew about the vintage Mercedes in my garage. She thought I was single because no successful man wants a workaholic government employee. Didn't know about Benjamin, who I'd been seeing for 4 years. Then Isabella's third marriage fell apart and she met Nathan Sterling. Nathan was 38, senior associate at a major law firm. Handsome, charming, ambitious. But most importantly to Isabella, his father was Judge William Sterling, United States Circuit Court judge. I knew Judge Sterling. We'd worked together. He was brilliant, principled, had a wicked sense of humor. Isabella called me after their second date. Rachel, Nathan's father is a circuit court judge. One step below the Supreme Court. Nathan comes from a family that actually matters. That's wonderful. I need you to understand something. Her voice went cold. This is the most important relationship of my life. Nathan's family moves in circles you can't imagine. I cannot have you embarrassing me. Okay, Isabella. When you meet them, don't talk about your job. If anyone asks, just say you're in law. And for God's sake, buy a decent outfit. The next 6 months were fascinating. Isabella threw herself into becoming worthy of the Sterling family. Charity boards, gallery openings, personal stylist. She called me monthly with updates about how important Nathan's family was. In April, I spoke at a Harvard Law Symposium. Judge Sterling gave the keynote. We had dinner the night before. Rachel, he said over coffee, any relation to a Isabella Winters? My son Nathan is engaged to her. That's my sister. His eyebrows went up. Does she know about your work? It's complicated. I keep my private life very private. He studied me. Your family doesn't know. No, sir. That must be difficult. I shrugged. It's easier this way. My sister needs certain things to be true about me. He frowned. That's not winning, Rachel. That's hiding. With respect, it's surviving. In May, Isabella got engaged. She called me about the engagement dinner. Small, intimate, just immediate family. I need you to come. Of course. But Rachel, these are sophisticated people. Nathan's father clerked for the Supreme Court. Just please don't talk about work. Don't embarrass me. I could have told her then. Instead I said, I'll be on my best behavior. The engagement dinner was June 15th at the Ivy in Georgetown. Isabella texted the dress code. Nice cocktail attire, Rachel. Not clearance rack. I wore a navy silk dress, pearl earrings from Benjamin. Drove the Camry because Isabella would be watching the parking lot. She grabbed my arm the second I arrived. Let me do the talking. If anyone asks what you do, say law and change the subject. Don't mention that apartment or that car. They don't need to know you're struggling. I almost laughed. Almost told her the truth. Instead, I'll be discreet. Our parents arrived. They hugged Isabella, gave me a quick nod. The usual. Rachel, Mom said, please don't mention your job tonight. We don't want them thinking we're ordinary. Then Nathan arrived with his family. Judge Sterling looked exactly like he did at work. Tall, silver hair, commanding presence. His wife Elizabeth was elegant in Chanel. His daughter Lauren wore a sharp pantsuit. This is Isabella's family, Nathan said. Her parents, Paul and Jennifer. And her sister, Rachel. Isabella cut in fast. My younger sister. She works in law. Government law. She said it like it was embarrassing. Judge Sterling turned to me. Our eyes met. I saw the recognition. I gave the slightest shake of my head. Not here. Not now. He paused, then smoothly said, Rachel. Nice to meet you. Your Honor, I said quietly. The pleasure is mine. Isabella shot me a look. Just Mr. Sterling, Rachel. Don't be weird. We sat down. Isabella positioned herself between Nathan and his father. Put me at the far end. Conversations started normal. Wedding venues, dates. Isabella dominated, laughing too loud. We're thinking September at the Ritz-Carlton. 500 guests. That sounds lovely, Elizabeth said politely. Nathan's father will invite so many important people, Isabella continued. You must know everyone in Washington legal circles. I know a few people, Judge Sterling said carefully. A few. Isabella laughed. Nathan says you have senators on speed dial. I've always admired people in positions of real power. A pointed glance at me. Judge Sterling's jaw tightened. The most powerful people I know are often working quietly, without recognition. Isabella missed it completely. But there's something to be said for achievement. For making something of yourself. Another look at me. Not everyone has that drive. My mother nodded. Rachel's always been content with less. Less? Lauren asked. What do you do, Rachel? Before I could answer, Isabella jumped in. She works for the government. Local courts. Nothing exciting. Local courts, Lauren repeated. It's a living, I said quietly. What kind of law? Criminal. Federal criminal law. Federal, Judge Sterling said. That's not local courts. Isabella waved her hand. Same difference. Government legal work. Low level. Rachel's comfortable there. Silence fell. My father decided to help. The important thing is that one of our daughters is successful. We're very proud of Isabella. Judge Sterling was watching me now. Isabella beamed. I've worked so hard to be worthy of Nathan. And Rachel? Elizabeth asked. What about Rachel? Isabella laughed. Rachel's fine with her life. She's never wanted more. Right, Rachel? Everyone turned to me. I could have ended it there. Instead, I'm content. Content, Isabella repeated triumphantly. See? Rachel knows her limits. Not everyone needs to be successful. Some people are just ordinary. She said it kindly. My father nodded. We've accepted our daughters are different. Isabella aims high. Rachel aims realistically. Judge Sterling set down his fork. His voice was polite but steel underneath. What makes you think Rachel isn't successful? The question hung there. Isabella laughed nervously. Well, she works a government job, drives a Camry, lives in an apartment. Success looks different for different people. No offense taken, I said quietly. Lauren was staring at me. Federal criminal law. How long have you been doing that? A while. And what's your title? Isabella interrupted. Does it matter? Can we talk about the wedding? What's your title, Rachel? Judge Sterling asked. The table went silent. I looked at Isabella, at my parents, at their comfortable certainty that I was the family failure. I looked at Judge Sterling. He gave me the slightest nod. I'm a federal judge. United States District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia. The silence stretched forever. Then Isabella laughed. High-pitched, disbelieving. What? Rachel, that's not funny. I'm not joking. Since when? My mother's voice was faint. 13 years. My father shook his head. That's impossible. Appointed by the president, Judge Sterling said quietly. Confirmed by the Senate. Rachel, when were you confirmed? March 2011. President Obama. Senate vote was 94-2. All the color drained from Isabella's face. Lauren pulled out her phone, showed a photo. Me in judicial robes. Judge Rachel Winters, U.S. District Court, Eastern District of Virginia. My mother grabbed the phone. That's you. In robes. Yes. But you never. She looked at Isabella. Did you know? Of course I didn't know. Isabella's voice went shrill. She lied. She let us think she was nobody. I never lied. I told you I worked in federal criminal law. You assumed I was low level. I didn't correct you. That's lying. Is it? You called me a secretary. Told me not to embarrass you. When exactly was I supposed to correct you? Judge Sterling was watching with that expression I recognized from court. You've known each other, Nathan said slowly. Judge Winters and I have served on several panels together, Judge Sterling said. She's one of the finest legal minds I've worked with. Isabella stood abruptly. This is insane. I would have known. Would you? I asked quietly. When's the last time you asked about my life? She turned to our parents. Tell them Rachel is not a judge. My mother was scrolling through Lauren's phone. There are so many articles. Rachel, is this real? Yes. My father's face had gone gray. You sent a senator to prison. He was taking bribes. 13 years, he said slowly. And you never told us. You never asked. You assumed. I let you. Isabella slammed her hand on the table. The wine glass shattered. Why? Why would you hide this? I've been telling Nathan's family you're nothing. Yes. You have. You made me look like an idiot. No, Isabella. You did that yourself. Why hide it, Rachel? Why let everyone think you're a failure? I looked at her. Really looked at her. Because you needed me to be. That's not. You've built your entire identity on being better than me. What would you have done if you'd known 13 years ago? She opened her mouth, closed it. You would have made it about you. Made it a competition. That's not true. Isn't it? Your first response wasn't congratulations. It was anger that I made you look bad. Nathan was looking at Isabella like he'd never seen her before. I think we should take a breath, Judge Sterling said. A breath? Isabella's voice went shrill. My sister has been lying for a decade. I lived my life. You made assumptions. Because you let us. She stopped. Wait. The apartment. You said you couldn't afford. I never said that. You assumed. Lauren was on her phone. Judge Winters's financial disclosures are public. She owns a townhouse in Old Town Alexandria, worth $1.8 million. My mother gasped. Federal judges make $223,400 annually. For 13 years. You're rich, Isabella said. I'm comfortable. You let me pay for your dinner last Christmas. You insisted. You said money must be tight for me. The silence was deafening. Judge Sterling leaned back. Rachel, why reveal this now? Because I'm tired. Tired of being the villain in her story. I don't. You do. I pulled out my phone, found Isabella's Instagram from last month. Read it out loud. So grateful for my journey. Some people settle for ordinary lives. I chose extraordinary. I looked up. That had a picture of us. You tagged me. Dead silence. For 13 years, I've let you treat me like I'm less than you. I thought if you could feel superior to me, you'd be happy. I am happy. Are you? 3 marriages. 4 career changes. You've reinvented yourself over and over, always defining it against me. My mother was crying quietly. This isn't fair, Isabella whispered. You made us look foolish. No, Judge Sterling said firmly. Rachel lived her life privately. You made assumptions. There's a difference. Isabella turned to him desperately. But you understand why I'm upset. My son is marrying into a family where one daughter has served with distinction on the federal bench for over a decade, Judge Sterling said, voice cold. And where one daughter has spent those years tearing that sister down. So no, Isabella. I don't understand at all. Isabella's face crumpled. Elizabeth spoke quietly. Rachel, why now? Why tonight? I looked at Isabella. Because I realized something. No matter how small I make myself, Isabella will always need someone to be beneath her. And I'm done being that person. I never asked you to. You didn't have to ask. You demanded it. Every family dinner, every holiday. Don't embarrass me. Don't talk about your job. Like my existence was something you had to manage. It is. I stood up. For 13 years, I've watched you build an identity based on being better than me. I've smiled through it. I looked at Judge Sterling. But I can't do it anymore. Not when you're joining a family that includes someone I respect this much. You're doing this for revenge, Isabella said. No. I'm doing this because I deserve better. Because I've earned better. I picked up my purse. I'm sorry, Judge Sterling, Elizabeth, Lauren. This isn't how you wanted to meet my family. Don't apologize, Judge Sterling said. You have nothing to apologize for. Rachel, wait. My father started. No, Dad. I'm done waiting. I'm done being quiet. I'm done making myself small so Isabella can feel big. Lauren stood suddenly. Wait, Rachel. Can I walk you out? In the parking lot, Lauren leaned against my Camry. So, federal judge. So, venture capital. She laughed. Your sister's been going on for months about how much more accomplished she is than you. I know. I Googled you 2 weeks ago. Found your judicial record. Recognized cases from law school. I knew who you were. You didn't say anything. I wanted to see if you would. Wanted to see if you were hiding or if your family just couldn't see you. Both, probably. For what it's worth, I think you're extraordinary. And I think my brother just realized he might be marrying the wrong sister. I smiled. He loves her. Maybe. But Rachel, don't disappear. My father respects you. We see you. Something in my chest loosened. Thank you. I drove home to my townhouse. My 3-story historic home with original crown molding and a garden courtyard. I texted Benjamin. Family dinner was interesting. He called immediately. Interesting good or bad? Interesting necessary. You told them. I told them. How do you feel? Free. The text started at 11. Isabella, I can't believe you did this. Isabella, you ruined everything. Isabella, Nathan's parents think I'm horrible. I turned off my phone. The next morning, 17 missed calls. 4 voicemails. My father, angry, you made us look foolish. Call your sister and apologize. My mother, crying, I don't understand why you kept this secret. Isabella, hysterical, Nathan is reconsidering. You destroyed my life. And then Lauren, my parents aren't reconsidering because of you. They're reconsidering because of how Isabella treated you. There's a difference. Also, Dad wants lunch next week. There's a judicial task force forming. 3 weeks later, my clerk knocked. Judge Winters, there's a Isabella Winters in the lobby. No appointment. Send her in. Isabella looked terrible. Red eyes, no makeup, jeans and a sweatshirt. Rachel. Isabella. Sit. She looked around my chambers. Law books, framed degrees, photos from conferences. This is really your office? Yes. Nathan ended our engagement. I'm sorry. Are you? You humiliated me. Destroyed my relationship. Is that what you think I wanted? Wasn't it? I leaned back. Isabella, I spent 13 years making myself invisible so you could shine. If I wanted to humiliate you, I could have done it years ago. Then why now? Because you were about to marry into a family that includes someone I respect deeply. Because I couldn't stand at your wedding and pretend to be your failure story anymore. When's the last time you asked about my life and actually listened? I continued. Celebrated something I did? Silence. I can't remember either. Nathan said I'm cruel. That I treated you like you were worthless. You thought you were the successful sister dealing with the disappointing one. But you were never disappointing, she whispered. You were extraordinary the whole time. And I was too self-absorbed to see it. Yes. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know if you can. Do you want me to try? I thought about it. I want you to figure out who you are without me being your villain. Until you do that, we don't have anything to fix. Will you come to family therapy? No. Not yet. You need individual therapy first. You need to figure out why you built your identity on being better than me. That's harsh. It's honest. I've been quiet for 13 years. I'm done being quiet. She stood. I really did ruin everything, didn't I? You revealed everything. There's a difference. At the door, she turned back. I know you don't believe this, but I am proud of you. Federal judge, 13 years. That's incredible. Thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't see it before. I know. 3 months later, Judge Sterling and I co-authored an article on federal sentencing reform. Published in the Harvard Law Review. My parents saw it on Facebook. Someone from their country club shared it. My mother called. Your father wants to take you to dinner to celebrate. Celebrate what? The article or the fact that people from the club now know what I do? Silence. Mom, until you can tell me you're proud of me for me, not because of what other people think, we don't have much to talk about. That's not fair. It's honest. I'll talk to you when you're ready to be honest too. 6 months after the engagement dinner, I got a wedding invitation. Not Isabella's. She and Nathan had ended things. Lauren's invitation. Marrying her longtime partner in Nantucket. I know it's forward, she wrote, but you're the kind of person I want in my life. Someone who knows who they are and doesn't apologize for it. I went. Met Lauren's brilliant partner, had long conversations with Judge Sterling, danced at the reception. As I was leaving, Judge Sterling pulled me aside. Rachel, I'm glad you stopped hiding. The legal community is better for it. Thank you, Will. Your family will come around. Some people just need time. Maybe. But I'm not waiting for them anymore. Good. Don't. I drove home that night thinking about 13 years of being invisible. The wine glass shattering. Isabella's face. I didn't feel triumphant. I felt free. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. This is Nathan Sterling. Got your number from Lauren. I wanted to say thank you for showing me what I needed to see. Even though it cost me my engagement, I'm grateful. I typed back, I'm very well. I hope you find someone who sees you clearly. It makes all the difference. He replied, I hope Isabella does too. She's trying. That's something. It is, I agreed. I stopped hiding. And it turned out being seen was worth everything. Thanks for listening, and if you liked this story, share it with others, and don't forget to comment and subscribe for more stories about family secrets, finding your voice, and the courage to stop making yourself small for people who refuse to see your worth. Living small to make others comfortable is the heaviest burden you'll ever carry.